Good afternoon. Today I'm coming to you from a vacant house, as you can see, in West Vancouver. Today we are talking about using video to sell your home. Now, not so much this type of video, because this isn't the best, even though it's pretty clear. Professional video, and the professional videographers that we get in to take full exposure advantage of every corner, every square foot, if you will, of the listings that we are representing for sale. Now, video, I started personally in 07 when I started the business, so about 11 years ago now. So if you want to go back onto my YouTube, youtube.com/J McInnes, all the way to the bottom, you'll see what I looked like 10 years ago. Interesting hair right now, actually. Sorry about that. So yeah, what I was using it for back then is a little different than now. Similar to this A to B, me talking to the screen, no editing, nothing, very straightforward, getting the point out as quickly as possible is most of what I was doing. But what I was doing is taking the camera into all of the opens that I was doing for listings, and then into all the buyers tours that I was previewing for buyers. So instead of writing them a long email and sending them photos, I would just shoot a video and send them the video. So back then, it was the same thing as now, fundamentally, getting the information across via video instead of photos and or text. But much like these videos, unedited, raw, and straight to the point, and straight out through my channels, it was a lot easier to do it that way than write a long blog post about a listing or take a bunch of photos and adding them to text. It just got the point across quicker, easier, and clearer. So that was back then. Now things have kind of transformed a little bit. Personally, I give these videos as little 2 cents working in the business here in Vancouver, focusing on selling real estate for sellers and buyers. Most of the video content that goes out is kind of sellers tips, as you've probably noticed, things we've experienced and things that we believe are important to selling in the city here. So that's that. But when it comes to actually listing the properties and getting the footage of the homes, things have been escalated substantially since back in 07 when I was doing it this way. So we get professional photographers in, as you may have seen again on the channel, YouTube/J McInnes. Everything is done professionally from that regard. So basically our perception of video these days is it's mandatory. It's becoming very common, of course, but what it is kind of that bow on the package or the icing on the cake when it comes to all the marketing, because it just conveys the property and what we're trying to get across clearer, better, for lack of better words, and just more precisely what the offering is. So when we film a home, when we film the home, we're showing all aspects of it. In addition to the video that you're seeing of the home, we've got reinforcing media like photos, 2D and 3D floor plans, virtual open houses, so on and so forth. So what the video does is really tie all that together. In the photos, your buyers or your potential buyers are going to see this is what the bedroom looks like, this is the kitchen, this is the dining, this is the formal living, this is the TV. But in the video, it pulls it all together. So you've got the photos in front of you, then you've got the floor plan, and you can say, okay, I can see these rooms are these sizes, and the relationship between the formal dining and the kitchen is around this corner. But in the video, you can physically see it all come to life. So it really brings a new level of clarity to the offering, and it's not new fundamentally. Simply the quality and the cinematography, if you will, of the videos is the thing that has kind of grown up since then in the last decade, which really changes everything because it really paints any particular home in the brightest light possible. So, which is always the key, of course, to make things look as good as they can, so they're as sellable as possible, getting as many people in as possible, and in turn generating an offer or offers. We tie this in with, again, like I briefly touched on before, all the modern technologies and old that we're using to sell. So the majority of people are searching online because it's faster, it's easier, and you can simply do it from work, from your phone, from home, whatever. So we're in front of screens obviously the majority of the day now. So when there's a screen in front of you and you're in search of real estate, obviously we want to make it as easy as possible to get all the content across to you on those through those screens on that platform, whichever platform you're looking at. And if it's through phone or your desktop or whatever. So when you've got all the reinforcing information, like the floor plans, like the photos, like the measurements, the maps, the virtual open houses, and all this sort of stuff, it's key to have absolutely everything you possibly can prior to spending your time talking to the buyer now, coming out and actually coming through the home. We want to look at that as the last step of your process, not the first. So for sellers, we want to get as much content about the property as we can out to potential buyers so they can consume all of it before we take time out of your schedule in the home to book private showings to actually get those people in. So the buyers that are coming through are as pre-qualified as possible. Everything short of coming in and actually touching the home, physically walking through it, has now been achieved. Measurements, size, location, the composition of the layout, room dimensions, and where they are more so with relation to each other. Where's the bedroom? Where's the kitchen? Where's the formal living room? Is there going to be noise? How close are these actually? How does the stairway work? So on and so forth. So it's just a clarifying point. To date, with technology, the most clarifying point we can make on all the information that is the media of your home to get out there to buyers. And video is kind of at the helm and at the forefront of that today. I'm going to leave it there because I'm over 5 minutes, which I try to stay under and fail constantly. J@McInnesMarketing.com, 604-771-4606. Contact us direct if you're thinking of selling your Vancouver home, and we can go into what our marketing concepts are, how we distribute the information of your home out to potential buyers, and how using video is so effective to sell your property this day and age. Thanks again for your attention. I look forward to being in touch soon. Bye for now.